blah. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Yaakov, what it do? The outlet to reality, the holdest podcast in Vegas and Chicago. What up? This is the place where you want to hide from your drama or maybe hide from your baby mama. Just kidding. But anyways, fans, thank you for staying tuned. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ching. And today we have a very, very special guest who is a master of ceremony for the biggest event in Vegas. Give it up for Joanna. What's up, girl?
What it do?
So it's an honor, girl. And for my fans out there, real quick, I'm gonna share a story how we met. So real quick, it was like a month ago. So my boy Tony, who Joanna and we know, I know him for a couple, like a year and a half, and we met through Cumbia class, by the way. Just saying. And he knows that for a whole year, I've been teaching cumbia all over Vegas, but I've been teaching more than 15 years. And he told me there's this one spot you got to check out. You got to come through, bro. I'm like, bro, I tried everywhere you said. They only play salsa. They play bachata. I'm tired of it, man. Like that's nothing. I want I love Selena. I just need it. I got to find it. And so he's like, look, man, just come through Monday night. You're gonna love it. They have a food truck too where they sell tacos, so you're gonna have a good time. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? Let me try. So I go through. I'm looking fresh, by the way. Got my shampoo all right, feeling bubbly and happy. So I get there and I see my squad. I see Tony and some people I've never met, like a big old table we got. And next you know, I'm like, all right, I like the vibe. I like the vibe so far. I get my drink, get a couple drinks here and there. And then I hear that Joanna, she's like, she got the mic, right? She's ready for action. And she's like, look, guys, we're gonna play Loteria, we're gonna have a good time. For those who don't know, especially my non-Spanish speakers or who are not Latino, it's like bingo, but for Hispanics, by the way. It's very international, like we know where to go. Like anywhere you could put me anywhere in Latin America, we know how to play. You know what I'm saying? Right? So I was playing and I was like, oh man, this is cool. This is cool. I lost a few times. And then I ain't gonna lie, I saw two girls on the table. And I was like, you know what? I should go up to there. They start playing some cumbia. And it was my time to go to them. So I was like, all right, let me go. So I go looking fresh. I see the girl. I was like, hey, girl, you want to go dance? And she's like, I just don't know how to dance. I'm like, girl, don't worry, girl. We can learn together. And, I'm trying to be humble at the moment. I got rejected. So that was the sad part. So I was like, she's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, all right, forget you. So then I see another girl, real pretty, by the way, corner a mile away. Not really a mile, but it's like 2 feet away. And I go up to her. I said, hey, girl, you want to dance? And she goes, I don't know how to dance. And then her best friend was real pretty too. She's like, go dance with him. You're going to have a good time. And she's like, nah. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go with the one that fought for me. So I'm like, hey, girl, let's go dance. She's like, no, I'm good. Dang. So I go back to my table. Tony knows this. He's like, bro, you tried. I know. And so he's like, let me get you a shot. So he got me a shot. He's like, you'll feel better. So he gave me another drink. And then he's like, don't worry, man. We're going to still have fun. And then, by the way, the DJ there is killing it. He's having great music, by the way. And Joanna is so funny. Like, I laughed so much. I was like, man, she's so funny. She know how to get the people going. Everybody was dancing. Everybody was moving it. And after the show, I'm going to be honest. I talked to Joanna. I was like, hey, Joanna, real quick, can we talk? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, girl, I love your event, by the way. I ain't gonna lie. I got my own podcast and I would love to have you on. And you're like, let's talk about it. I was like, cool. So that's how we met, by the way. Joanna, I want to hear your perspective, what you remember when you met me for the first time.
So seeing you in the group of people, confident dancers, like legit just going and dancing and like nonstop. Like you guys just kept going and going. I'm like, man, this is now reminding me of like parties of what we used to know and love. Like house parties, family parties, barbecues, and just enjoying a good old time with just the music vibing. But it's been a while. So in my perspective, I was like, man, I wish I could dance. And I don't dance with like couples. I'm not a professional. I do the two-step. Like I'm like, hey, un paso para atrás. That's where I'm at. That's where I'll stay. And so when I don't know how like we got to able to an opportunity to dance with you. That's me. Like I saw an like, okay, like I'm nervous, but I'll dance, sure. And you're teaching me, spinning me around. I'm like, I'm still not a confident person when it comes to the dance moves. So I was like, all right, whatever. He's cool. Thank you for, and I appreciate the two steps and taking it a little further than that and spinning me around. I'm like, okay, now I feel how I should feel at a family party, like included. And so when after that, I finish up the games, finish up the music, and you step up and you're like, hey, this is dope. I like it. It's like, I want you on my podcast. I'm like, me? Well, it's like, I'm just the host. Like, why would you want me on your podcast? I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Next time, ask me again. You asked me again. I was like, all right, sure. Let's go. Let's do it. And now I'm here and I appreciate you for bringing me on the show.
Of course, of course. I love positive people. And for those who don't know, like I'm telling you guys, my fans out there, she's one of the most humblest person I ever met. Very cool, down to earth. She's also like a local, so you know what I'm saying. And I'm a local too, so that means we're kind of crazy, but that's okay. Not just kidding, in a good way. You know what I'm saying? In Spanish, we're local.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're crazy.
Yep.
But it's okay. We got a little spice, but real quick, girl, I want to ask you, right? So my fans to get to know you a little bit more. Tell us a little bit about your background, where your family's from, and your neighborhood that you grew up in, and your hobbies.
All right. Well, just like you, I'm from the East Coast. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. My family, when they migrated from El Salvador, they landed in Maryland. They were all East Coasters. But my mom decided to bring me to the West Coast. I was born and raised in Vegas, and I grew up on the East Side. But most of my life has been all over the valley. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is an up and coming city, and yeah, we got the strip, we got all that stuff. But honestly, I've seen this city just grow immensely in the past. I'm 30 now, so 30 years, and just seeing the environment of Latino America, Latino vibes, just not only with the influence of music, not only with the influence of culture and food, just like the influence of us second generation that are living here today that still want to live and keep the vibe going with the cumbia, bachata, merengue, the loteria. So yeah, it's been an experience growing up in Vegas.
Wow, that's amazing, girl. And how was your high school experience? I'm very curious because I know, well, they say Vegas is a sin city, but was high school a little like, was it just dangerous, or it was just like a lot of fights? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to, get out, or how was it?
I was a square. So yeah, I grew up on the east side of Vegas and kind of like it has a bad reputation. But honestly, I was a square, man. I was happy go lucky as I am today. But when it came to high school high school, it wasn't. Yeah, there was fights. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like we had the Browns versus Blacks. We had Reds versus Blues. But it's just, to me, it was like an imitation of culture, like an imitation of something that you see on television or something. It's because honestly, it's not like that. It's not like that out of high school. But in high school, for some reason, it is. So I grew up with that mentality, that Browns versus Black, and going against each other. I'm like, nah, it's not a thing anymore. That doesn't exist. That's not supposed to happen. But high school for sure made me realize that people want to imitate what is cool, not kind of embrace for who they are. So when growing up, I'm Salvadorian. And so a lot of people are like, what's a Salvadorian? It's like, what do you eat? Do you eat tacos? It's like, no, don't put me in this bubble. It's like, I enjoy much more than that. So yeah, high school, like I felt proud being Salvadorian. I've always been proud. So when I met other Latinos, hanging out with my Latinos, just embracing our culture was the biggest thing for me. But yeah,
Wow,
that's why I like I like Loteria night is the best thing for me right now.
Wow. And quick question, I want to ask you, girl. So this is very interesting because you did bring something very important. I'm gonna get to the next one, but I want to kind of pick at your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
So I noticed that, and I agree with you, high school is very segregated. I don't know why, maybe it's a prison mentality, but in prisons, it's the same situation. There's black stays at one side and browns stick together. So it's so weird how that happened. I can tell you a story that happened to me one time. So I had a rap battle. I was rapping with this I was the only Hispanic rapping in high school. And it was a bunch of I was with the black squad, and everybody was there was this guy who was the best rap. Like when a rap battle happened, he always won, and they call him the Godfather because he always wins. He just
Mm.
hit them like pop, pop, pop. So one day I come in, I was like, I'm gonna compete with the Godfather. I think I'm ready, you know. I think I got flow. So I start rapping, right? And I forgot what I said, right? And the Godfather's like, look, bro, I appreciate you trying to rap, but you ain't black. Straight up, that's what he told me.
Mm.
And I'm like, damn, but dude, Fat Joe, he's not black, and he's Puerto Rican, he's Latino, and he can rap. I'm just saying, even Pitbull, you know what I'm saying? And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
nah, bro, I'm sorry. So one day I'm walking to the cafeteria with two of my friends, they're black, and the Godfather comes by. He's back. The return of the Godfather comes back and said, hey, girls, can you tell David that he's not black and to stop rapping? That's literally what he said. And so my black friends, they said, you know what? David's black. Straight up. She's like, ain't nothing different with David. David's, he's my brother. I will fight for him. He got talent. I'm just saying that's my brother, so I'm not gonna disrespect him. I understand you saying he ain't black, but look, at the end of the day, that's my brother, and I love that. So she stood up for me, and never after that day, he never complained or got mad that I rap.
Mm.
So I
All
got
right.
I got accepted. Finally, I got accepted. I felt like 8 Mile, like Eminem going to his showcase. All right, guys, let me say, my palms are heavy, my spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Like, damn, I'm like the
Yeah.
8 Mile. But it's really crazy, and yeah, it's kind of sad that happens. I think that there just needs to be more. I think the best way to break that is to find similarities within the culture,
Yeah.
for different people. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, even today, like I've been so used to being in, my Latin based friends and just hanging out with just people that kind of have my common lifestyle and culture. But honestly though, like I just recently moved over to a new office from my day job, and yeah, they're actually a black community. And I felt so welcome, so included, and I feel like it's a fresh air for me just because it's like, okay, yes, I have one benefit that I speak Spanish. It's just one difference. I speak Spanish. But other than that, I enjoy listening to their stories. I enjoy listening to their background. I enjoy listening to their difference. They're different to me. Everybody's different to me. Just having a different story, different the roots where they come from. It's like not everybody's the same. So it's fun. I love learning from other people. I don't know what it is. And you can see it from my hosting skills, man. I just like including people in general.
Yeah.
It's just I have fun with it because it's just I guess there's an energy to it. There's an energy to really getting to know anyone. And that's what Loteria does to me, man. That's what it is. It's just like it brings people together just to kind of, and it's a Monday, man. It's every other Monday. So how does people, and you saw this last Monday how packed it. I stepped in, I was like, it's like I haven't even started yet. There's people here, and I just see it as like people living their day-to-day lives needing an outlet. So I don't see different cultures. I don't see different colors. I enjoy talking to everybody. And so that, yeah, it is very sad that it happens like a prison yard. It happens in a high school, but it's not like that in real life. In real life, everybody has to be involved with each other. So
wow, I love that. And I love how you ended with it's an outlet. And I was looking at my background outlet to reality. I was like, oh snap. I like how she squeezed it in with a punchline right there, man.
yeah.
So real quick, girl, I want to ask you. So let's talk about um the restaurant, right? So let's talk about when it started, when it opened, right? Because I'm very curious and like it's amazing. I don't want to spill the beans, right? But I want to yeah, I want you to explain a little bit how you got involved and started this event.
All right. So it's a tap room. So they only have pure beer, and they do have some spirits. So the benefit of it is just they do have the taco truck menu. So honestly, all that goes to credit to my family and my two friends that I've known for a while because of my cousin. So my cousin is a part owner with two other guys, and they've had this idea long time. I remember when my cousin hit me, was like, "Oh, Servehzah, you get it? You get it?" I was like, "Yeah, fool. Like, I get it. It means beer. Servehzah." It's like, but we're gonna spell it how they say it. Servehzah. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. Funny, haha. Like, I wasn't trying to give it like, but I just give them props, man. Like they've gone through having to deal with codes and laws and building and make like COVID. They had to deal with all that stuff. And luckily in October of last year, they were able to open, and they didn't, like these guys are smart, man. You know what they did? They didn't do no, oh, we're gonna do a grand opening, no banners, no balloons, no party. No. You know what they did? They just said, you know what? We're just gonna invite our intimate friends. And our intimate friends are gonna share on social media. And their friends are gonna see it. And then everybody else is gonna share it. And it was just like, again, community. The community wanted to embrace this idea, this brand, this business, and they shared it and shared and shared. So there are some tap rooms outside of Vegas, like there's breweries as well. And so there's this brewery that does Loteria nights in San Diego. They're Border X. And so we kind of based our idea on that too. But it was more like, we should just do a Loteria night. Like, it was just like, just do a Loteria night. And so again, my cousin mentioned it. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I bet he'll find somebody. He'll find somebody to do it. He don't, it's like, I don't need to be a part of this. But we were chilling at the bar though, and then he goes, me out of my curiosity to know what personality is gonna be up there with the mic. I'm like, oh, so who's gonna host? Like who you got? He's like, you. I was like, nah, like it ain't me, man. It ain't me. You probably got like a friend or somebody who's in the entertainment, like somebody who hosts a comedy club. You probably have somebody, dude. It ain't me. And then it get closer to the day, and he's like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, and I just couldn't say no. I don't know, like it was some like I had doubt in my mind just because, like a regular person, just self doubt and having low self-esteem sometimes. But at the end of the day, I was just like, you know what? Just do it. Just do it, dude. Just do it. It's like, what's the worst that can happen? It's like, they don't like you? Who cares? So, it comes to, we stayed in communication. He's like, I got the stuff for you. So you just got to show up. Basically, that's all he said. You just got to show up. And I was like, all right. And, showed up for the first night, kind of, it went well. I thought it was okay. But then the next Monday, more people. The next Monday, your group showed up. The next Monday, your group kept showing up. The next month, this last Monday, I was just blown away. Everybody sitting at a table, everybody laughing. There was even a moment I said a joke, and I didn't think it was funny, but I wasn't looking. So when I turned to the crowd, they were all dying. I was like, what's happening here? I was like, I have no idea. That's basically how it's kind of progress and it was just out of whim, just out of whim, just saying yes to an opportunity that had no idea I was gonna get.
Wow. And how did you get, and I'm curious, right? Because DJ Blue, for those who don't know, he's gonna be on my podcast soon too. He plays music Monday nights for your event, Loteria Night.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get him involved? Like, were you the one that found him and you're like, hey, look, I need you to play that cumbia? You know what I'm saying? Like what you do.
Well, with B, it's been like so again, it's community. He knows family, and then they just connected us together. And I have met him before, but we never collab before.
Okay.
So every time he plays, he's like, "What's next? What's next? What's next?" And since like he does Latin parties all the time, but like there's just some songs that fall through the cracks. Some Hermanos Flores, some Sonora Dinamita, some you just have to have a range of knowledge of who you got. So yeah, that it's been like kind of a creative outlet for me to just go and tell him like, hey, you know what, play this song next, play this one, and then we just feed off each other. And sometimes he brings out that fire too. So but he's definitely if I feel like if like this last Monday, he's like, hey, can somebody text her, make sure she's coming? Because it's like, he's like, this thing won't work without her. And I'm like, yeah, right, dude. But I know too, I'm like, has somebody seen the DJ? Because, I can't do this without him. So it's cool. It's a cool gathering, just two people just getting to know each other because of somebody else who knew each other and just working together.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, girl. And so are you trying to do like, so for those who don't know, like the first night I went was only cumbia night, and the one that happened yesterday was reggaeton, like old school reggaeton. So are you gonna change it like every other Monday, like have a different genre, or it's gonna go back and forth like cumbia again, and then you're gonna go back to reggaeton, or what's happening? You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's always creative juices, so there's everybody enjoys rock en español, everybody enjoys cumbia, bachata and salsa. I think that should be a mix, like that should be like something that let's do a Latin dance. Like it's like, yes, we'll do loteria, but yes, you gotta get up and release the stress of a Monday. So yeah, I hope so. I hope we mix it up more than just cumbia and reggaeton, and just, and honestly though, a lot of people come up and like, hey, can you play this song? Hey, can you do this? Hey, and then eventually it'll become its own thing. For some reason, it'll just be something that become a regular thing where people are like, it don't matter what theme it is, it don't matter what songs are playing, we're just gonna show up because we like the vibes.
Damn, I like that. That's deep, girl. That's deep. See, I knew you had style. I knew you had style. That's amazing, girl. And you know what? I want to talk about something that's a big, big topic that I feel like is really big. Is that it's amazing how your cousin, being Latino, right? How it's owned by a Latino bit, like the Latino person owns the company, which is very rare. And I think it's beautiful because we need more black and brown businesses to shine. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your fee or your, I guess, your view on seeing that?
It just shows that it's not impossible. It's not, like, I guess from what I've learned from watching them is they've grown from what we learned from our generations in the past. Like, we learned to work hard, we learned to survive, we learned to pay our bills, we learned to pay our rent. These guys are going above and beyond. Like, they're saying, you know what, we want to put a name, we want to put people together, we want to share the beer culture, because we want to share our culture, because they have the the murals on the wall. Like those are people we grew up with. Those are people that are popular with those that are listening to Bad Bunny and to those that are listening to Osuna. No, they have people that have made a way for Latinos to break through music. So this is what I see in them. I see that they're making a way for Latinos to break through in business, to break through in the beer craft community, to really make an example for all the other Latinos that are watching. Say we shouldn't hate. We shouldn't be like, ay, míralo solo con la cerveza. Oh, they're just drinking beer. Like, no. It's like we're getting paid to serve beer. It's like, would your mom believe that? Would your grandmother believe that? No. Our grandparents, what they believe is hard work and the sweat off your back. But this is hard work. This is stressful for them. But all I see is the reward and breaking out of that generational bond. That's all I see.
Wow, I love that, girl. That's true, man. So my Latinos out there, don't give up. Like she said, you can do it. It's all about believing it and actually putting it into practice. That's the secret. I feel like for anybody, I think the biggest thing is failing. People are scared to fail, and if they don't get out of their comfort zone, they will never know. You feel me?
Right.
So
Right.
I think it's great, girl. I think it's a beautiful thing you said, and I support it 100%. And one last thing I want to ask you, right? To wrap it up, any advice you can give, right? Now that you've been doing, being an MC for these events, any advice you can give for somebody who wants to start their own event, right? And be the MC, with the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Any advice?
One that I'm telling myself constantly is don't doubt your personality. It's like, don't doubt it. If you're outgoing, if you're bubbly, if you're funny, don't doubt it. It's who you are. Don't doubt who you are. At last Monday, I was kind of nervous. I was, just because I'm like, I got to feel the crowd first. I got to get to know them. But honestly, once I get going, there's no stopping me. I'm like, all right, I'm all pooped out. I'm done. But there's no stopping me till I'm like, okay, I see why. I see where I fit in all of this. I see how I contribute. Just even though it may, to me, is a small amount, but from coming from you and coming from your friends and coming from people from outside my circle to say, hey, you're funny. Hey, you're fun to watch. Hey, and like I said, I'm like, my biggest thing is validation. So when a stranger says that to me, I gotta just say, hey, you know what? Put that in my pocket, put that in my bank, and just like pull that out every time. You're confident. Your personality is what's giving it all. So you just gotta go for it. So I say, don't stop. Don't stop with your fears. Don't stop with your insecurities. So
I love it,
that's
girl.
where I'm at.
Oh, I love it. That's deep, y'all. That's deep. So, real quick, y'all, this is the outlet to reality. The hold this podcast in Vegas and Chicago every Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ching. And y'all know where to find me. I'm on Spotify, YouTube, the outlet to reality, and my Instagram as well as outlet to reality. And my TikTok is at Yaakov28. And my Snapchat is Take One Pass It. And Joanna, where can my fans find you?
Well, I am at Servehzah every other Monday, so you can find me there. I will be putting out a little bit more stuff, like on Instagram. I kind of want to be putting myself out there as an MC or as a host. What is it? A Lord of Games. Mm-hmm. Somebody. So I will be putting stuff out there because I'm ready, like to share my personality and like, just have people get an outlet,
I like that. I like that. And what's your Instagram, girl?
My Instagram should be, I believe, let me Do you mind if I check real quick?
You
Because
could
I'm
check,
bad
bro.
at this.
Go check, girl. Go check. Don't worry.
This is
Don't
my
worry.
first podcast, my guy.
There you go. There you go. She's about to get it, guys. So y'all be ready, man. She's, commercials will be right back. Not just kidding. You know what I'm saying? She gotta make sure she spell it right because she ain't trying to give y'all the wrong, Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
It's my first name. That's
right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's at Joanna VLV. So V is in Victor, L is in line, V is in Victor _09. That's my Instagram tag right there. But definitely find us at Servehzah on Instagram, Facebook for sure. That way you can find me every other Monday. Loteria nights.
Hey. All right, girl. Peace.
Peace.